A British plane crashes on the outskirts of a small Jewish town, drawing the attention of Nazi forces. To protect their homes and families, one man gives his life to create a creature of legend, the Golem. Following the orders of the man's grandson, the Golem fights for the town and becomes a friend no one expected.
It's That Other Review Show, brought to you by Two Black Labs Audio and A Week in Geekdom.
Hey everybody, welcome to another exciting episode of That Other Review Show, part of A Week in Geekdom here on YouTube. I am your host, Giovanni Menendez, and yes, we are here to review for you guys the awesome, heavily underrated Breath of Bones, A Tale of the Golem. I did not know about this book until a month ago, thanks to my friend Felipe for telling me about it and how cheap it was. I think they were selling it in stores or at Amazon or somewhere for $5 or $6 or something like that. Anyways, we're not here to talk about economical ventures. We're here to talk about comic books, and we're reviewing Breath of Bones, a marvelous book. This is published by Dark Horse. It is written by Steve Niles, and my god, this was just an interesting visual tour de force in my opinion. I really loved it. I thought it was fantastic. It's a short book, don't get me wrong. That's one of my main issues with it. I thought it could have been maybe just a little bit longer, but then again, maybe not. It's sweet and perfect the way it is. It is a story filled to the brim with optimism where evil is knocking down the door. You gotta remember to stay true to yourself and positive, and good, in essence, will be there for you. And yeah, those are some of the themes covered in this book. Basically, if you listened at the intro, I basically summarized the whole book for you. I kind of did not want to do a rundown on this, simply because I fear not a lot of people know about this book. If you are into comic books, then yes, you might have heard about it, but if you're just mainly a DC or Marvel guy, then chances are you've probably never heard of it. So that's why I wanted to review it, so that if you happen to come across it and want to know more about it, I can talk to you about it without spoiling the story. But yeah, just from the cover alone, as you're seeing right there with the image, yeah, there is a golem, so there is a supernatural, almost fantastical side to the story, and that in and of itself complements the story because it gives you a little bit of everything. It gives you your World War II drama. There's these moral questions between what is right, what is wrong, how do you define evil, what is evil, does it have a face? And at the same time, it brings you tales of faith, of hope, and aspirations, and a really, really interesting book. The art really took me by surprise. I was not aware that this was a black and white book. Obviously, if you're watching the cover, if you're seeing the cover, then yeah, it's greatly colored. It looks amazing. Dave Wachter's, I hope I'm saying that right, is just fantastic. It's really detailed, but almost in the subtlest of ways. It's really cartoony. It doesn't distract you from what's going on. The faces and the way it's structured, it reminds me of something that you would see in like BPRD or the Hellboy stuff. It's very unique in the way it's drawn, and to me that's a really cool appeal for the story that attracted me to it. Obviously, the whole notion of here's this town creating a golem, and it could be a symbol of hope and defending the town against the invading armies and all that stuff, that was really fascinating. So I was really interested in checking it out and see how the story would play out. I was not expecting it to end the way it did. I thought maybe the book could have gone a little bit longer, but like I said at the beginning, I think that's probably a smart idea to leave it where it ended. This isn't a story of a character that you want to continue reading. This is a story of a moment, of something that could be considered like an urban legend or a myth or something that would have happened in those dark and ugly days of human nature, of human history, that is the Second World War. So the fact that they are able to blend in stuff like golems, which have long been associated with fantastical elements of storytelling, with different cultures and whatnot. The fact that you can blend that in with this rich European history and the tenacity of these characters of not giving up. This is a small village. Obviously, all the males and everything, they're all fighting this big, ugly war. So you're left with the weak and the disenfranchised and the women and children and old people. So it's really interesting. We see the story through the eyes of Noah, our lead character. He's small. This is a character that he has yet to define himself as to what he will become or who he is. And it's really through the story that he learns of what I said at the beginning. You know, at the darkest hour, you have to remember the positivity around you and the people that you care about, and that good will always find a way. You know, there's an old saying in Spanish that goes something like, Dios aprieta pero no ahoga. You know, things can get a little hard and it seems like life is squeezing in, but it won't choke you. Because at the end, if you stay true to who you are and you keep at it, then yeah, chances are a high probability that you will succeed. And that's my message, I guess, of positivity and what I took away from the book. As I said, the art is really cool. I really love the usage of the panels here, black and white. You know, panels like this really give such depth and perception and characterization to these characters. It just made the story so much better than other World War II stories that you might read around, and it really set itself apart. But again, I just wanted to say how marvelous and wonderful the art is. It would be interesting to see this book fully colored. Because the image here is really pretty. I love how you know, you get this huge fantastical beast next to a dark and gritty and somber background with Noah looking at him in enchantment and wonder. So it makes you wonder how this book would look in this format, fully colored. So but yeah, that's the story for another day. I did forget to mention Breath of Bones, A Tale of the Golem. This is a story that touches upon so many things, such as family and pride and honor, and just standing your ground and believing in yourself and having faith that you can succeed if you you know, if you put your heart to it. And these themes are sorely lacking in today's society for some reason. I am a very optimistic person, so reading something like this was a real motivational boost. Even though the story's in World War II, it doesn't matter. These are old tropes that we can acquire, that we can internalize and utilize for our daily lives and all that stuff. So in that regard, I think it did a fantastic job of setting that tone and showcasing this character that at the very first sight of him, you notice he is kind of figuring things out. He's a little bit wimpy in some regards, but by the end of the book, you see a total transformation. Now, whether that's for good or bad, you'll have to read it for yourself, but I won't spoil what actually happens in the book or how the golem comes about. That's a really awesome scene, in my opinion. That was one of my favorite scenes in the book. Thank you once again for watching. As always, like and subscribe to our video down below, and let me know what you thought of Breath of Bones, A Tale of Golem. And as always, you can follow me on your favorite social media platform, from Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Tumblr, and Periscope. Just type a Week in Geekdom and I'm there for you guys. Alright, I gotta go. I gotta read more stuff, and I'll see you on our next installment.
Thank you for tuning in to another installment. You can keep the conversation going through your favorite social media platform. You can like and subscribe to our YouTube page, follow us on Twitter, like our fan page on Facebook, and favorite our pics on Instagram. You can also write to us for feedback, suggestions, and such via aweekingeekdom@gmail.com. Until next time.
And in case you're wondering, I keep forgetting I'm supposed to look there and I keep looking over here, so I'm really sorry if all of a sudden I'm like going like this. First world problems.